What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Got a little bit of a physique update here, down to about 190 pounds. When I first started off about 9 weeks ago, I was up around 199, 198. My other physique posing on the left, I was weighed in at 197 right before that. I've cut down a decent amount of body fat. You can tell, especially on the backside pose. Pretty happy with my progress. Got about another 6 pounds or so to go over the next 7 weeks before my competition. So pretty confident I'll be able to hit somewhere around 185 by the time I'm on stage. My abs will come in a little bit. They're typically the last thing to lean out. Got some definition in my quads, and my lower back love handle area is starting to thin out. This is a big PR for me right here. Hit a sumo deadlift for 375 for a set of 6 at 190 pounds body weight. That's the most I've ever pulled. It's also with a straight bar on a bad rubber mat platform, just like I've been doing over the last few weeks. And then right after I hit that 375 for 6, I hit 305 for 12. Felt pretty solid about the progress I've been making strength-wise, but realistically, this program's getting pretty taxing, just pretty much going to failure every time I go into the gym. And now that I'm on a deficit, I'm pretty much stalling out on the top of all of my lifts and looking to switch it up a little bit. I'm probably not going to go to failure on all of my sets from here on out. I'm going to start taking basically all of my lifts into sets of 6 and sets of 12. That way I can kind of maintain some of my strength, but also take it a little bit easier on my joints and just on the rest of my body in general. I wasn't able to record 2 of my leg sessions over the last couple weeks. One of those sessions, I was up in Bellingham lifting at the Western Gym and didn't bring my camera. And then one of the other leg sessions, I just got home from my trip and didn't have my camera with me because I've been moving from one house to a new apartment and getting some things organized and trying to get my computer set up so I can, keep my videos rolling and keep this editing and recording up to date. While I was on vacation, I tried to eat at maintenance calories because I wasn't going to be doing any lifts or really any sort of weightlifting or push-ups or pull-ups, anything like that. I just did walking, lots of walking on our trip, walked somewhere between 6 and 11 miles a day, and I decided to try and eat somewhere around maintenance calories and just focus a little bit on protein. I didn't actually track any of my food. I just kind of ate intuitively, tried not to eat too much, stayed away from soda and ice cream and things like that. Just tried to focus mostly on getting good protein in and getting whole sources of carbohydrates. The reason I ate at maintenance was because if I'm not doing any of my lifting, then I didn't want to lose any weight, because if you're not lifting and you're in a deficit, that's a good recipe for losing muscle mass. When I came back from my trip and did a squat session, I was really tired, and it was my first day back after I was jet lagged. And I did 275 on squats for 5 sets of 3. I was supposed to do 295 pounds for 3 sets to failure, but just wasn't really feeling it. My legs were sore from being cramped in the airplane and being cramped on different trains, and was not quite able to do my regular workout, but that's okay. Got back into the swing of things, and by the second or third day was back to doing either the same weight or more weight on all of my lifts. I'm really happy with the progress that I continue to make while I'm on this deficit. Was expecting, honestly, to have dropped some strength already, but most of my strength has continued to go up. I've seen it stagnate here in the last few weeks, and I've had to try weights 2 and sometimes 3 times with the same weight and haven't really been able to progress on a couple of lifts, specifically shoulders, because it's typically the second exercise of the day is challenging to progress on, because after I've gone up or done basically the same as I did on my first exercise, like let's say bench press. So I'll be doing incline bench press, and then I go over to hit my second exercise, which is a dumbbell shoulder press, And by that time, since I don't have all the extra calories from being on a bulk, I'm fatigued already from the bench press, and then I'm not quite able to get the same weight or progress in weight on my second lift. However, my first lifts have been going up, so I'm still pretty happy about that. I'm going to be kind of taking it back a little bit. I'm going to be haven't decided if I want to take my first set to failure and then do 2 sets where I kind of drop the weight a little bit and just focus on a good contraction, or if I want to do just sets of 6 and 12 for all of my first lifts. On squats and some of those exercises where I'm going really heavy, I am going to dial it back. And I'm probably going to go with 1 set to failure and then 2 sets where I just work on the form. That way I know if I'm keeping my strength up, if that first set is still strong, and then maybe building a little bit of muscle and just keeping a good tension and a good squeeze on the muscle by doing a couple of sets with a little bit lighter right after that first heavy set. But yeah, I went up on these dumbbell rows here, 125 for a set of 6. Honestly, it's probably a little heavy. I'm compensating a little bit with my shoulder, and this is where all these weights are starting to get really tough, and I'm not progressing with the form I would want. Also, even if I could do a little bit more weight, it's not with the same quality form, so that's a little bit more important to me, and that's why I'm going to be backing off the weights here a little bit, but still trying to keep that first set a little bit strong. Glad I was able to get a video out here for you guys. I know it's been a couple of weeks since I posted my last video, but I started classes. I've been moving into a new apartment, and a lot of things have been going on, but 8 weeks out, excited for what I have in front of me. Thanks for watching. Tyson Winder signing out.